Hey, this is Jennifer. I am in the JennScents Aromaversity Cafe, and I have been answering some questions in some case studies today, and there was one that I really wanted to share with you, the complete thought behind one particular situation that's going on. So I want to give you this insight just to give you a holistic health approach. When you are working a case study and you have different symptoms, you of course want to look for a theme, you want to look for a pattern, and not just look at that one thing, but look at the bigger picture. And so one of the case studies that came in, there is a little boy and he sleeps with his leg bent. And that might not have piqued somebody's curiosity, but what we know is anytime you sleep or you follow a pattern where your knees are bent inward, that's more of a fetal position. And even if it's not a complete fetal position, there is something about the fetal position. So anytime somebody's sleeping that way or has an issue, in this instance, it's hurting the sciatic nerve from sleeping this way. Because whenever you sleep and your knees kind of bend together, your hips aren't open. And so whenever you do that, it really causes some of that lower back pain for adults as well as children. And so what you need to do is open that up. So one of the suggestions was, of course, getting a body pillow and having him sleep with that between the legs, because that's going to open up the hips and keep them more aligned throughout the nighttime. So that's one tip. But anytime anybody is reverting back to a fetal position, especially if it's causing some imbalances, we think of what happened either when the mother was pregnant with the child or in the child's life thus far, where they feel not nurtured, or there's a theme of nurturing, right? So going in the fetal position, we know there's a theme of nurturing and motherly nurturing. So was the mom malnourished during pregnancy? Because, that can plant the seed, at least energetically, for something to occur later on. And so that was one question, is was there some malnutrients going on, malnourishment, the supply cut off during the pregnancy, or once born, was there an issue where had a hard time latching on, not having enough breast milk or not having enough nutrients? And it might not be that he wasn't being supplied it, but was he absorbing it? Was there gut issues going on and not absorbing it? All of this plays into now the boy is of age where he wants to get into some physical activities. And because he sleeps in that position with the knee bent and it's causing some issues to the sciatic nerve, it's really causing some issues with walking and running and activities and so forth. And so with that malnourishment, we want to look at now, if there's still malnourishment going on, is he going to be able to reach his growth plate? Is he going to have trouble during growth spurts and growing pains, as we call it? So anytime there's more issues with the growing pains, then we want to look at malnourishment. Now, you could also ask, hey, how do they sleep? So you can see my entry point here was through a sleep pattern, but I could have easily accessed this by saying, how is the digestion if this is going on? And then I could have asked the question of how sleep to confirm, okay, there's probably a theme of malnourishment going on. All of this to tell you, when you are formulating a blend, the more pieces to the puzzle that you have, the better the blend will be. And so having some oils in the blend, like Roman chamomile, that's very strong for nurturing and nourishing, is going to be important. Lavender and ylang ylang were others that this aromatherapist was thinking of putting in the blend, and they're great choices. The one thing that was missing is something that is a nervine, something for nerve pain. So we can help relax and calm and support the nurturing and nourishing, but we do know there's some sciatic physical pain going on that's causing impeded quality of life. And so you do need to add something in there that is a nervine. My suggestions were Helichrysum, I know that that's more of an expensive oil, but it is a powerful oil. Marjoram is another great nervine, as well as sweet basil and bay laurel. So all of these are wonderful to strengthen and support nerves, such as and clary sage. Clary sage, I don't like to do a whole lot of it with young children, but you certainly could add clary sage in, 1 or 2 drops. In this particular blend, we're going to do about 3 drops of each of the oils, including the helichrysum was the one that was chosen. So we're doing lavender, Roman chamomile, ylang ylang, and the helichrysum in there. And so we will get a report back in a few weeks and see how that blend worked. But this is the holistic approach. So when I'm looking at your case studies behind the scenes and it takes me a little bit longer to get back to you, this is why. And I'm going to overshare in my replies to you because I want you to learn. I want you to learn why I'm thinking what I'm thinking, how I'm coming up with these conclusions. So I walk you through my train of thought. And a lot of it may seem like a big mess, but other times it's going to come together. Oh, I didn't realize these were connected. So just like sleeping in a fetal position, you might not have thought, oh, nurturing, nourishing, but that's the first thing that came to my mind. And then I think of, okay, did it happen during pregnancy or did it happen post-pregnancy and sometime in the life, where they are right now? And let's see, what solutions we can come up with, and let's formulate very specifically to help. So if you guys have any questions or thoughts or something that you want me to talk about and share some more information, certainly let me know, and I will see you soon in another video, in another class. So have a wonderful day.